at the end of the table here, I'd like to introduce Annika. Annika has come all the way from Sweden, and actually she found out about the project, and a few of you and your colleagues came over to Chelmsford Prison. So they've travelled. This is how much interest is in this project. This is how much, this is where the future is of this project. And if other countries can recognise it, we should be able to produce it on a long-term basis in this country. So without any further ado, why don't you tell us, Annika, why you like the project and what motivates you about it?
I will try. I must say, I tried to prepare a speech and I tried it out on my husband. And I couldn't do it because I was crying and crying and crying. And he said, stop now, just do it naturally. And I think I have to do that. And you have to excuse me if I shed a tear once in a while. Because that's the effect Jackie has on you. You know, you can't but being affected when you meet her. I remember, I'm very honored, I'm happy for Jackie, and I'm so happy to be here today with you. But anyhow, the first time I remember when I met Jackie, she came to my booth, my stand at a special needs show at Islington, London. Yeah. And it was one of the first time I exhibited Lexion, our software program from Sweden. And Jackie came in and sat down and said, show me the program. And as you all have told, she is bouncing ideas on you, and my head was spinning around. And I'm known to be a person that is vivid and having a lot of ideas, and I felt like this is overwhelming. But I couldn't help being so impressed with her passion to help others. It was not for her, you know, herself. She just wanted to go out there and help others. And that really got to me. And after a while, you know, we had to go split, and I had to go to a workshop, to deliver a workshop. And while in that room, I found a little group of people waiting. You know, I was a newcomer at the show, and not many people knew about the program. So I had maybe 8-10 people waiting for me. And Jackie turned up at the door and said, hold on, I'm going to get the others. The others? And shortly after she came down again with a big group of people after her. And I had to start my workshop and my seminar. And afterwards I said, what was all that about? Where did it come from? And she said, no, I just heard people saying, we're going to the seminar room up there, and I assumed they were talking about Lexion. So I went up there and into the room and said, are you all coming for the Lexion workshop? And then just follow me. And I still to this day, I think she stole someone else's. But anyhow, I was so happy. I got a lot of interest and a lot of my first customers at that event. And anyhow, she came back to me in the afternoon. She was sitting there until we closed, and we went out for dinner. And I got to know this person. I said, we need to work together. I thought all the time, and I regret afterwards that I had that thought, because Jackie was telling me about her own problems with dyslexia. And I just said to myself when she talked about the project, how would anyone having such great difficulties be able to steer a project like that? And I must say, you have done it, and it is a wonder. Anyhow, it wasn't long before Jackie called me and said, I want to come over and learn the program. And I was very happy, because Lexion is the most comprehensive program. And if you don't use it right, it's not going to work. You won't get any results. And I wish that all teachers and all heads understood this, that it's not just to get the program and you know, not knowing how to use it. The program is not better than it is, than the hands that it has. And I think Jackie, the mentors, have been fantastic. It is a difficult program, and the mentors, you have done a fantastic job, because I've seen your report and I've seen what you've done, and I am amazed because you trained each other. But anyhow, we got to the producers, and they got involved as well, because Jackie wanted to change a lot. And this is how good things come about, if we listen to people. Okay, we had the age, you remember we had the age indication for the Lexion assessment part, that you test and you get to know the problem, it pinpoints the areas where you need to work and what you need to do. Get a verbal statement, you get compared to the norm, but you also get the exercises. But there was a little problem, because there was an age indicator, so you tested, Jackie tested, and you tested people in like 6, 8, 10 years of age. It depended, so because you couldn't use the highest ages even. And so we scrolled away, so she got that through to everybody's, joy in Sweden. And a lot of changes, the vocabulary, the list, we worked on list, we wanted list for tools, we wanted this and that, and we could tailor the program, and I think you also did that a lot when you worked with it. So this was very, 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 very good visit. But Jackie had also said, I want to visit a prison when I'm there, and you have to fix me up so I can come into a prison, see what you're doing. And I had no connections, but I found out that, the criminal service in Sweden, educational center at Skogen prison in Gothenburg were using lexion, the Swedish version. So I called them up and said, and it took a while until they allowed us to come in. But anyhow, we went there, and Jackie asked, what percentage of dyslexics do you have here? And they said, we have the normal population, about 8%, just like the normal population. Okay, Jackie said, and then she said, can I come to the classroom and meet the inmates? You know how she goes on. And we came to the classroom, and it was a beautiful setup with computers for everybody, and everybody was working individually on their programs. And Jackie said, you're not using the program right. You haven't tested. How do you know those exercises are the right level? And they said, we didn't know there was an assessment part. Okay? And then she went on, and I remember one of the emails there saying, I wonder how long you will keep your torch burning. And many of us have thought the same way. But anyhow, Jackie started explaining, asking them also, how do you pick up dyslexics at induction? And we said, yeah, we expect the ones having problems to tell us, and ask for help to fill in the form, or it might be noted in the reports. We know that most of the people with dyslexia never get a statement, so why would it be in a report? So Jackie said, have you thought about this? The ones that goes to the laundry, and the ones that go to the kitchen, and the ones that go to the practical jobs or just stay in themselves, maybe we'll find some dyslexics in that group. And then she started pouring out the mentoring project, and I could see the teachers, Swedish teachers, this was unheard of. And they said, we can't do it this way here in Sweden. It can't be done in Sweden. And then eventually Jackie said, why don't you come and visit us and see? Because there is a way. You have to work around it. You might not be able to do it exactly the same way, but you will have to find a way. So anyhow, we came to visit. My group was there on the screen, and we were so amazed. I must say, we were overwhelmed by the whole setup. Such a nice presentation. The mentors, the inmates telling their story really got to us all. And to see, the results and what they've done, and to be able to prove this, this is pupil progress. We started there, and you can see what happens. It was fantastic. And after that, not one eye was dry, I must say, when one of the guys, I can't remember the name, I'm sorry, I'm very bad with names, but he said, when we asked, what was your major outcome of this, learning to read and write, what has it brought on? And he said, I now feel empathy. And if you can feel empathy, if you can create that in people, we can change. I think I should stop with that. And you all just think about what that change could mean. But before I stop, I have to tell you what happened at the Swedish prison. Very soon, I was told that they started to pick up at the induction the ones to look for them, and they imitated, they tried to, or they copied your model there for a form that they had to fill in. No mentors. I'm so sad to say, no one at their level, because I think it's a different thing if you're standing here saying, this is a form. It should have been done like you do it, because that's when you have the best success. But anyhow, they started using the lexion assessment. They went through my training 4 days, and it's now lexion and the whole, a lot of the points you made to that, it's all for the whole prison educational service. So it's on a network, and everybody in Swedish, all Swedish prisons are working with the same setup. It's not just at Stockholm. So you caused a real change, and they are still trying to get, I mean, it's not the teachers or the people, it's the laws, you know, that makes it impossible. But we are not going to give up. We're going to have measures one day, hopefully. So if we can borrow Jackie, I'm sure we will. So thank you for listening, and thank you, Jackie, for all you've done. Not only for the people in the UK, but for the people in Sweden. Thanks a lot.